everyone, it's me, Stephanie Nietzsche. Today we are going to talk about using AI because there seems to be a little bit of a threat. Writers are concerned because there's talk that AI is going to start writing books, maybe taking the place of a real person. And as far as I know, they have started writing books already. So I don't know, we'll see. But now what I did was I asked AI, what are the pros and cons of books being written by AI? And by the way, I just want to say this is a new sweatshirt, Lost in My Story. I did spill, unfortunately, some coffee on it, so I hope it comes out. But while I was preparing for this video, that's what happens when you rush around, and it really wastes a lot of time when you're trying to save time. But anyway, moving on. I asked AI itself, what are the advantages and disadvantages? So let's see how honest AI really is. Okay, so it does say books written by AI have sparked significant interest as they represent a new frontier in creativity and technology. Now, would you consider that creativity or just technology? So that's a good question right there. And here are some advantages and disadvantages to consider. So let's see. The advantages: speed of production. So efficiency is first on the list. AI can generate content much faster than a human author. A book that would take months or years for a human to write can be produced in a matter of hours or days by AI. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Which is especially useful for large volumes of content. Examples were technical manuals, reports, or genre fiction. So now, yeah, that's pretty scary. And we already have a lot of books out there. So what are we going to have? A gazillion more books out there? It really makes it hard, especially for the indie authors. Okay, so moving on. We have consistency and reliability. No writer's block. AI doesn't experience writer's block, fatigue, or distractions. It can produce consistent content without the fluctuations in quality or creativity that human writers may face over time. Cost effectiveness. It's low overhead. For businesses or content producers, AI writing can be more cost effective than hiring a human author, especially when dealing with repetitive or formulaic content like news articles, technical guides, or marketing materials. So with that too, you don't even need an editor. So not only are writers at risk, editors are at risk. Accessibility. Oh, no, I forgot one. Data. So there's a lot of pros here, according to AI, about why books should be written by AI. Data-driven insights. Incorporating large data sets. AI can analyze and incorporate vast amounts of data, providing deep insights or technical accuracy in nonfiction works. See, I jumped ahead because I didn't read this ahead of time. And there we go with the editors. We don't need an editor. We don't need a spell checker. We don't need a beta reader. Well, I mean, they won't need that. They won't want it. It's AI. It's just going to pump it out. It can also synthesize information from multiple sources quickly, making it valuable for research-heavy books. What are you thinking so far about this? Are you liking it? Are you not liking it? I mean, as a reader, how do you feel? As a writer, I know you can't be liking it. Accessibility. Filling gaps in niche genres. AI can generate books on niche topics that may not attract enough human authors due to limited demand. For example, books on obscure technical topics, historical trivia, or highly specific how-to guides could be written by AI, serving specialized audiences. Well, a lot of times with that anyway, we go on YouTube and we watch videos like how to get the red wine out of our carpet, or how to get the coffee out of our sweatshirt. All right, next, personalization. Tailored content. AI can create personalized stories, educational materials, or self-help books based on individual preferences, learning style, or experiences. And this can lead to more engaging and relevant content for readers. Okay, so those were the disadvantages. Now, let's see the advantages. I went a little too far. Oh, that was the advantages? Yeah, that was the advantages. Here's the disadvantages. Okay. You know what it is? It's funny because it all seems like disadvantages to me as a writer. None of those seem like advantages. All right. Disadvantages: lack of true creativity, limited originality. While AI can generate content that mimics human writing, it lacks the depth of human creativity. AI typically pulls from existing data, so it cannot offer the same level of unique ideas, emotional depth, or artistic innovation that a human author can provide. Predictability: AI-generated books may follow predictable patterns, lacking the nuanced and unpredictable twists of a human-driven narrative. I like that. Can AI create a plot twist without the reader guessing it? I don't know. No, they can't, because they don't put much thought into it. They don't put any thought into it. They are artificial intelligence. Quality and depth. Superficial writing. AI, especially when used to generate long-form narratives, might produce content that lacks the depth, complexity, and emotional resonance of a human-created work. It may excel at surface-level storytelling, but fall short on complex themes or character development. Yeah. I'd like to see or read AI write romance. I'd really be curious about how that would go. Errors and inaccuracies. Despite being trained on vast amounts of data, AI may still make factual errors, fail to understand context fully, or misinterpret subtleties in language. In nonfiction, this could lead to misleading or inaccurate information. Ethical concerns, which is copyright and plagiarism. AI generates content by drawing on vast databases of existing texts, raising concerns about unintentional plagiarism or the infringement of intellectual property rights. Loss of human jobs. That's a big one, because that's a concern for the writers and the editors and even cover designers, because AI is not going to go out and hire a cover designer. They are going to create their own cover. They're just going to have everything in this like nice, neat little package. But is it going to be interesting? Is it going to be exciting? How could it be? I don't think so. Loss of human jobs. The widespread use of AI in writing could lead to job displacement for human authors, editors, and other related professions, raising broader economic and ethical questions about the future of creative industries. Yeah, I don't even know how you could put the word creative and AI together. There is no creativity in artificial intelligence. Don't get mad at me, artificial intelligence. Lack of human emotion and perspective. Emotionally flat. AI lacks experience, meaning it struggles to truly understand or convey complex emotions, which are often at the heart of compelling storytelling. While AI can simulate emotions, it doesn't truly feel them, which can result in a disconnect between the writer and the reader. And I mean, that's a problem that a human writer has themselves. So can you imagine artificial intelligence? Dependency. Oh, there's a lot of disadvantages here. We're going on 8 minutes. I should have made this 2 videos. Dependencies on training data with biases and limitations. AI is only as good as the data is trained on, which can introduce biases. If the training data contains inaccuracies, stereotypes, or skewed perspectives, those issues can be related in the AI-generated text. Lack of context. AI might misinterpret culture, historical, or societal context, leading to awkward or inappropriate narratives that a human author would be more aware of. Okay, well, we're wrapping it up now. Loss of the author's voice. Now, did you ever read a book? This is why we like certain authors, because their voice, it's all laid out there. It's all written. No one can write like another writer. No one can, tell a story like another storyteller, unless you're good at copying someone's style, because that can be done as well. Loss of the author's voice, generic style. AI-generated text might lack a distinctive voice or individuality that readers often seek in their favorite authors. See, that's what I was saying. Human writers bring personal perspectives, quirks, and nuances to their work that AI currently cannot replicate effectively. I'm sorry, AI, you're great, at so many things, but when it comes to storytelling, I don't know, not yet, not yet. Impact on literature and creativity, diminishing artistic integrity. Some argue that the proliferation of AI-written books could dilute the artistic value of literature, leading to a future where storytelling is overly commodified and mechanized, mechanized, rather than the product of personal artistic endeavor. Yeah. So, in conclusion, AI says, or writes, books written by AI offer exciting possibilities in terms of efficiency, cost, and scalability. I agree there. And they could be especially beneficial for specific genres like technical writing, genre fiction, or education materials. However, the lack of true creativity, emotional depth, and the potential for ethical concerns remain significant challenges, and AI-written books will likely continue to evolve, but they may never fully replace the nuance. This is such great news that AI is saying this, is writing this, but they may never fully replace the nuanced, human-driven narratives that have defined great literature. So imagine your favorite author and think of AI writing a work by your favorite author. Or let's look at some of the icons, the masters. Let's look at Ernest Hemingway. You don't have to be a fan, but can AI write a book as descriptive and telling and flowing, though, as The Great Gatsby? Sure, it'll be descriptive, but, is it going to, read well, appear well as you read it, or hear well if it's an audiobook? So, I don't know, writers. I don't think there's anything we have to worry about right now. And as far as readers go, and I'm a reader myself, I know when I pick up a book and I read it, I want it to come from someone's feelings. You know what I mean? Because sometimes a writer, and I'm honestly saying this too, we put our own experiences into our stories. We put our own stories into our stories. And most of all, our feelings. All right, everyone. It's me, Stephanie Nietzsche. I hope this was enjoyable. I hope this provided some insight and information and, let go of some worries for some writers. Doesn't look like AI is going to be knocking us out of the park anytime soon. So that's great. Very happy about that. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.